Ladies and gents, it's been too long since I made a video where I looked at all of the TikTok trends that are currently being followed by Gen Z people. Now, if you don't know this about Gen Z, they're the worst people of all time, okay? I had someone reach out recently. They said, Isaac, I'm a Gen Z. I like your videos. Do you hate me? My answer was yes. Obviously. Anyway, without further ado, let's jump into a compilation of my beautiful pieces of evidence that Gen Z are the worst people that have ever lived.
What do I do for work?
What do you do for work?
I don't. I'm professionally disabled.
Have you noticed that everyone has a disability now? In fact, I was thinking about doing a video on just this. Everybody has autism. Every fucking person has autism, okay? In Australia, there's this thing called the NDIS, the National Disability Insurance Scheme, and basically what it does is it funds the lives of disabled people, and it's really, really good. And I'll tell you why it's really, really good, because people who can't look after themselves or can't fend for themselves or can't work get funding. Right? That's awesome. But there's so many people who fleece this system and they do their absolute best so they don't have to go and work at all. There are so many people out there, particularly young people, who are lazy as fuck and refuse to get the fuck out of bed. And I wonder if this lady's one of them. I'm not too sure. And if you want to know why I think it's a really good thing, but also a bad thing, my brother is severely disabled and he has benefited from the NDIS massively. But there's so many people that abuse the system and it's gross.
And his job is
taking care of the professionally disabled.
His? Hello, sir. How do you do?
he gets paid for taking care of me instead of doing it for free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because let's be for real sometimes.
Is this something that they should be posting online? Like, wouldn't you find out that they're fucking doing something dodgy?
Because let's be for real, sometimes taking care of you is a full-time job.
Should you be kissing your carer? Should you? If you are so disabled, should you be kissing the person that is taking care of you?
I have to feed you. I have to make sure you're bathed.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have to take you out for enrichment.
Now, I've seen this lady before and people are like, well, what's your disability? And she's like, oh, I've got autism, I've got ADHD, I've got fucking defiance disorder, I've got fucking gonorrhea of the butthole, allegedly, all of these things. And you look at the person, and this happens all the time, you go, hang on a second, aren't you you seem capable of doing everything. Like, surely there's a job out there you could do. Surely there's a hole that could be dug by you, champion.
Mm-hmm. And I have to make sure you take your medication.
Yeah.
And I have to clean up after you.
This is Gen Z. This is all of you people, okay? If you're a Gen Z watching this is you. Prove me wrong, all right? I'm sure there are some good Gen Zs out there. Prove me wrong.
Because you're incapable of doing both physically and mentally.
I feel like these two would laugh this much when they stole all of the butter chicken from the Indian restaurant down the road and no one else could get any. I imagine that's how they laugh and why they laugh and some of the things they find funny. That made absolutely no sense, but it sort of made sense, so you can just deal with it.
You
Nice
have to make
tooth,
sure
bro.
that I take my socks off because sometimes I forget I'm wearing socks and then I cry about it.
Mm-hmm.
And then
This is this new thing that a lot of people in Gen Z carry on with. And they're like, I'm so ADHD, I forget I'm wearing a fucking sock. Listen, every generation has to deal with something different, whether it's a world war or the Cold War, or perhaps it's Wall Street falling apart. For this generation, it seems their hardest thing, the most difficult thing they have to do is fucking get dressed in the morning. Like, they have to throw down as much dexamphetamines and methamphetamines and different amphetamines just to throw their fucking underpants on. You make me sick. All right? Unless you're actually got ADHD, I am convinced that the vast majority of people diagnosed with ADHD today do not have it at all. They're just a little bit different, and that's absolutely fine. And also, if everyone's a little different, doesn't that just make everyone exactly the same?
you're like, are you wearing socks? And then I look down and I'm wearing socks and then I stop crying.
Mm-hmm. And I have to make sure you
Fuck, this sounds like a lot of work. Like, I mean, if someone's gonna be this crazy, like they need to be super hot, and she's just fucking not.
to make sure you take your medication.
Yeah.
And I have to clean up after you because you're incapable of doing both physically and
I reckon these guys' house smells like dead ants.
mentally. How'd you do your laundry? On the stairs?
Yeah.
I bet you both snore. Imagine the snoring coming from this room. At night time, it's just farts and snores coming out of these two's fucking folds. How good. Anyway, moving on.
Sometimes I go months
Oh,
without shaving.
my
I'm
God.
not ashamed of that.
I've seen
know
her
that.
before. This is Auntie Kale.
Oh, natural,
Yeah, she was in a video
babe.
just the other week. She's a beautiful woman. In fact, let's go and check out some of her amazing content. Here she is. Okay, we got to hang on. We got fucking copyright music. Here she is eating a jumbo cum dog. How good? Some chippies, very nice. Everyone likes fries, very nice with salt and vinegar. So this is one of these what I eat in a day. And she says that calories don't count when it's over 90 degrees. Well, let me tell you this: when you're over 90 kilos as a woman, they fucking count. Let me fucking tell you, lady. She's eating a big old bit of cake there. Looks like a fucking deep fried huntsman spider. How good. A bit of lemonade. Who gives a shit? Frankly, this isn't even a good video. Let's go to the holy
No, look,
suck
I'm
me.
all for body
Holy
positivity, but
fuck
sometimes I
off.
wanna be around
What?
girls
Hang on a
that are looking
second.
at my cooter.
You've got wrinkles on your legs. How does that happen? What the Okay, so this is...
Wait, who, but who? Because I don't know her. No, look, I'm all for body positivity.
Bro,
Sometimes I
she's
wanna
just
be
like
around-
doing a full lat flex. How good.
Who the fuck is she? And I can even tie it up for a little flexing moment. Okay.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
In this part, you can open up to give yourself a little more room up here, but I don't need that because I got itty bitties.
Okay. I want you to understand that sometimes in life there are things that are a bit strange. Like how Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon, if you press play, at the exact same time you press play on The Wizard of Oz, they match up exactly. Did you know that if you press play on what she's about to do here and you play the speech from Oppenheimer, the original dude, when he set off the nuclear bomb and he talks about the Bhagavad Gita and becoming death, the destroyer of worlds, it actually syncs up amazingly accurately. Ooh.
Few people laughed. Few people cried. Most people were silent. Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds.
What else is she up to? She's 5'3", 265 pounds. She weighs more than me. 36D. She's extra large, 9.5. Hang on, what? Okay, so this is like a height. So there's the height, there's the weight, there's the boobs in line with the boobs. Extra large ass, maybe. XL what? Knees? You got XL fucking knees. Or is it extra large pussy and just XL knees? I don't know. And 9.5 calves for some reason. Anyway, who gives a shit? Moving on. Okay, we got how to deal with creepy men who stare at you. Oh, this is a big problem with a lot of Gen Z girls. Dudes are staring at the gym. It's disgusting. It's got to stop. All right? If you see a young woman, or any woman for that matter, at the gym who's wearing booty shorts and got a bra on and she's doing bent over rows, or she's doing Romanian butt lifts, or she's doing ass spreads, all right? You better not fucking look at her. I don't care who you think you are. You better not look at her asshole, you filthy fucking man. Oh, these men, they make me sick. They think just because I can smell your fucking Cocoa Pops sprinkling out of your butthole because you're training your hamstrings allegedly in these tight as fuck shorts where I can see the outline of your fucking spread butcher. What am I even saying? What I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to get across is lots of dudes, and you should never be attacked or hurt or harmed for what you wear, no doubt. But people are going to look if they can see your fucking butthole. That's as simply as I can put it. Actually, she says one thing, so let's get one thing straight. You're allowed to look. We all admire people in the gym. Okay, there's admiring and thinking about wanting to bloody dick someone down. We all admire people in the gym, but there's a huge difference between noticing someone and making someone feel watched. Fair point. Very fair point, okay? You want to just glance, like that. That's all you want to do. Any more and you're a creep. I agree, but also, if you don't want to get stared at by the creeps at the gym, don't have your butthole out. You can actually, this is a crazy thing that a lot of younger people in the gym may not know. You can actually train, you can do squats, all right, without having your asshole showing. Do you know how I know this? Because I've done it. Anyway, let's watch the rest of the video. Let's see how long the stare is. So she's telling people that the best way to deal with these guys is to stare back at them. Okay, so he looks and that was it. Listen, I don't think anyone should ever feel creeped out at the gym. That sucks. That's awful. But also, fuck. You should be able to wear whatever you want. Absolutely. But creeps are going to look, okay? It's just going to happen. I know it's a shame. I know it sucks, but it's reality.
It is the 12th of May. This is tropical rain in the UK. The climate crisis is here. If you're not listening to the science, open your eyes and look at the world outside.
I've gone outside because it's raining and I've got no bra on. You can see my underdeveloped breasts here in this video. I look amazing. Let me tell you this. Climate change is real, and if you don't listen to it, you're a bad person and just like my right-wing uncle. And I hate him. He's a bad boy. He likes Trump. Bad man. Listen up, love. You're gonna be okay. Right now in Australia, right, there's this East Coast low forming, right, where it's gonna be a fair bit of rain over the next couple of days. And they are carrying on about it like it is the end of the fucking world. It is ridiculous. It is rain. Calm down, all right? I think the whole climate change debate and the climate change apocalypse that's apparently coming, people like this on this video right here, this lady, makes me want to, for some reason, invade a Middle Eastern country and get a hold of some petroleum and really put it to use and just shut these fucking cockheads up.
Join the climate movement. This is all of our lives. This is all of our survival. Do not close your eyes.
You're all going to be fine. Shut the fuck up. Fossil-free London. Yeah, sure, that'll happen. Dickheads. It's the same with all these people who lay in the middle of the road and won't let people drive past on their way to work or do whatever. Like, all you're doing is making more people not give a shit about the climate. I know you're there complaining and saying, oh, the sea levels are rising. They're not. You are just the most painful human beings that have ever lived, okay? And when it comes to climate change, I absolutely think that we should look at more renewable technologies, okay? And over time, implement them. But what we shouldn't do is just fucking panic and go, oh my God, we need to fix it fucking today, because it's not going to happen. You have superpowers like China and Russia pumping out, and India pumping out all of this CO2 shit into the atmosphere, all right? And maybe some people even suggest that that's not doing the damage because they've been pumping out CO2 into the atmosphere every forest fire since the beginning of time. Anyway, whatever. This lady's a fucking idiot is my point.
Hey.
Oh my God.
I'm here and I'm genderqueer.
Have you been eating the asshole out of a clown?
And I want you to know...
Why would you dress like that?
That you're an amazing person.
Thanks,
all
babe.
Right?
Who are you? Bedside arts. More like, I don't know. I can't think of anything humorous. Look, a baby is just an idea until birth. It honestly looks like you've just drawn a bloody period shit. That's what you've drawn. Nothing wrong with coloring one's mustache. What the fuck is wrong with this person? Anyway.
All right. Inside and out. Make sure you're shining your inner self outside.
Is that thing where they like spread their assholes to the sun? That's dangerous, man. You're going to get fucking cancer.
And we all need to remember that human rights are so important.
What a fucking amazing statement. Human rights are important.
Free Gaza.
Okay. This is exactly who the Gazans want represented.
Trans rights are human rights.
I don't disagree with that.
The rights of the weakest are the same rights for the strongest.
Fuck yeah, babe. Back to bed. You've had a big day. Time for bed.
And that's that we should be taking care of the weakest first.
To be perfectly honest, what she's saying is not absolutely crazy, but the way she looks immediately makes me want to do exactly the opposite of what she's saying, which is not great for people with human rights. I just can't imagine waking up one day and dressing like that and going, yes, this is how I'm going to appear to the world. Surely, if you saw that and you're like a psychiatrist, you'd be doing like letterbox drops, trying to get him to come in for some treatment because you're going to make bank out of this fucking person. So many Gen Z people have these incredible personalities and identities, and it just makes me and everyone who's slightly normal physically ill. Oh my God. Trigger warning, painting with my period blood. Okay, this is another fantastic thing. Oh no, she's got incense, which makes it worse. Here's one of my monthly ceremonies. What is menstrual art? Reclaiming your bleed. Reclaiming. Is there any other bodily fluids you reclaim? Have you ever fished out a bit of piss out of the toilet, you fucking psycho? Have you ever seen a big turd or a few little skid marks hanging on your bowl after a big feed the night before and thought, fuck, I might want to scrape those bastards off and reclaim them? No! So don't do it with your period blood, you fucking psycho. Why would you do that? I understand that periods are important. They need to happen, but they're still gross. It's still blood. I don't want to see anyone's blood, okay? Fuck. But she's decided to paint her womb today. Either paint with just blood or mix it with acrylics. How good? That's exciting. So she's going to paint a womb. The womb background is done. Having a snack. Oh, I hope she washed her hands. And some more blood to add in there. And here's her in the center. Your cycle should never be a taboo. There are things that are taboo for a reason. Your blood is one of them. If it falls out of one of your holes, keep it to yourself. That should be a fucking t-shirt, all right? Jesus Christ.
If you see any black kids who look like they're up to no good, remember these 3 things. They're playing. Mind your stupid f***ing business. And don't call the cops. Thank you.
What if... Hang on. Let's play that... the start one more time.
If you see any black kids who look like they're up to no good, remember these 3 things.
What if they are up to no? What if they're in a fucking shop and they're holding a gun at someone? If you see 3 black kids, all right, or any kids for that matter, pointing a gun at someone inside a liquor store, a service station, a gas station, whatever, and you think to yourself, you know what, I don't want to be called racist for calling the police, you're a dense. That's what you fucking are, mate. And whoever this person is, what's that lady who sings that Pink Pony Club? Are you trying to look like her? You don't look like her. You look like Cersei Lannister after a big night on the fucking piss. You look awful. Does Cersei Lannister have red hair? I don't know. Looks like that fucking big Icelandic looking prick with red hair in Game of Thrones, if they were trans. All right, there you go. That makes more sense. Regardless, this beautiful person, whoever this is, you shouldn't just call the cops on black kids because they're black kids having fun. But if they're doing something illegal, then it's context. What a ridiculous thing to say. But here's the thing, and this is why I've included it in the video. So many people who would consider themselves woke, progressive, or Gen Z would look at that and go, yes, babe, you are so right. No, you're not right. You're a dickhead.
Tomorrow, I'm getting permanently sterilized by having my fallopian tubes removed.
Okay, tomorrow I'm getting permanently sterilized. I'm having my fallopian tubes removed. Good. I'm decided to throw a celebration. For what? The fact that you've chosen not to have kids? Oh my God, okay. Hey, I know some people have to have hysterectomies and all that type of shit, have their tubes tied for whatever reason. And if you don't want to have kids, don't have kids. That's great. Wonderful. In fact, if you don't want to have kids, you're probably not the best person to have kids. But why are we having a party? Why are we why am I even asking? Women tend to only get celebrated when they get engaged, get married, or have a baby. Or if it's your birthday. Why? You can't just have celebrations for everything. Oh, I had a shit. Here's a surprise party. Congratulations. You finally passed that nugget that's been hanging up there since Christmas Day. Fucking well done. Delicious cat donut, of course she's got a cat in a fucking profile picture, said, I had an I'm not having a baby shower. Wow. We got drunk and received gifts of feminist literature. Fucking burn the books. Gross.
Here's a little PSA for you.
Who is this?
Don't tell me to tone it down. Because believe you me, you tell me to tone it down, I will tone it the fuck up.
Did Jimmy Neutron become fucking trans? What is this?
Here's a little PSA for you.
Here's a PSA for you.
Tone it down. Because believe you me, you tell me to tone it down, I will tone it the fuck up.
Did this person, let's call him a he, did he make this video thinking he looked like tough or like he was like, I look really good? Because you really don't. Throw out whatever the fuck that t-shirt is, all right? It looks like a shitty shopping bag. Get rid of your mum's choker, shave your head, and go and lay some bricks or something. Do something difficult for once in your life, and you'll find out that you're not this tough human being you think you are. You're just a... That's what every kid is terrified is living under their bed. Ladies and gentlemen, Gen Z, you've done it again. You have proven to the world that you are the most outrageously painful humans to have ever existed. And I tell you what, if we do happen to face a world war in the coming months to years, we are in danger of humankind ceasing to exist. Because we must remember World War II was fought with guns and tanks. World War III will be fought with nuclear weapons. And World War IV will be fought by Gen Zs who are just fucking flinging anti-anxiety medication and ADHD medication at each other. It's going to be tough out there, ladies and gentlemen. But all the best, ladies and gentlemen. Come and see me live. I'm in America in the next couple of months, in September, New York, LA, and Austin. And I will see you in the very next video. So stick around. Why don't you click one of the other videos that I have on offer? They're very good. What about this one right here? Look at that. Ooh. Go on, click it. You know you want to. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.